Hello, my name is Gina Chaves, and I'm going to analyze my previous ghosts about my English learning process, and this is task 2. What I learned from elementary school is that games and context are really important for English improvement because I didn't obtain these lessons from my teachers because they taught us with traditional methods. And for example, from first grade to fourth grade, I didn't get proper lessons because English lessons weren't a priority in that time. So now I know that these aspects are really important to improve our English skills. And for example, that motivation is the key to do this process in a successful way because I learned more from my brothers that challenged me to improve my vocabulary and other aspects than what I learned from my teachers in this stage of learning. Then in middle school, I confirmed that because methods were static and were only about repetitions and memorizing. And I understand that we have to memorize some things to learn a language, especially about vocabulary. But it doesn't mean that it has to be a boring and repetitive process. Because, for example, teacher Betty made us to use some games to learn past and participle forms of the verbs. And I feel that it was more effective for me than other strategies. Then in 11th grade, I practice with many important tools that I want to use at this moment because were really effective for that improvement. For example, in that time we used recordings and group activities because a teacher made us to record our voices reading texts, and we should work with other people, with other classmates, in order to improve and to correct ourselves the pronunciation, and to correct each other. In this process, we learned a lot, and I understood that helping others it's also a good way to learn more. And all the teachers that I met when I took independent lessons taught me that I shouldn't be afraid of trying, and that's the important key to start real conversations. When we try to produce in English, we move to the next step, and this is a really important step to improve our skills. And these aspects really helped me to get the level that I have in this moment. That's something really important to try to speak every time we can, to improve all of our skills by practicing in any time we, or every time that we can do it, and that we can use a lot of resources to learn in a better way, in a more effective way. For example, I can show you that, for example, John and Javier made us do a lot of talking and debating, and that way of enhancing critical thinking was really essential for missing or for losing all the fear that we might feel about trying to talk. So these are aspects that I can take to my present process, and I think are really important to get better results. Finally, in conclusion, I have 3 keys to improve the English process, the English learning process, and are to be truly motivated, to use appropriate resources for learning, especially digital and technological tools, and be in touch with English every day and in any way that we can approach the language. Thanks for your attention.